Well, hello everybody. Welcome back down into the basement. It's been a while since we've been down here because, you know, it was nice outside. But, alas, the gardening season out there is no longer with us, so it's down to the basement aquaponic garden to see how things are going. And I'll be honest, I haven't exactly paid much attention to it over the course of the summer, which is probably not a good thing, but it is what it is. So we're going to take a look at what survives in the basement garden and kind of take it from there, I guess, with the winter aquaponic gardening season. Guess we'll start with the aloe table. Very neglected, watered maybe 3 times all summer. Somehow this new little chamber pot aloe seems to be doing just fine. This monster in the background here, oh, seem to have a pup on that one now. And of course the rescued aloe that's been throwing all kinds of pups off of it. Now, I did grab a couple for the aquaponic garden when I brought in the goldfish, and we will check on those in a moment, but nice to see how well this thing is doing. Probably wouldn't hurt me to get a bag of potting soil and maybe consider planting these out, but at the same time I kind of want to see what it can do left to its own devices, you know? Yeah. In the back there we've got a very neglected mint, but it struggles on. How much dead is around that? That's terrible. Alright, could be time for a haircut on that, and definitely time for a watering. So the aquaponic garden, yeah, it's gone a little crazy. Maybe just a bit, maybe just a bit. These are those aloes I was saying I just grabbed, so they're a little floppy at the moment. Didn't have much root on them, but the bulk of what we see on this is that one tomato cutting that just went crazy with growth. It's tried to put on a few flowers here and there, I can see, but this light, it's a 42 watt LED, so it doesn't really have a whole lot of oomph. It's not really what it's made for, but seems to work to grow the plants just fine. Look at that, it's up behind. Good gracious. Alright, well, I gotta pull this thing out of here anyway because this is ridiculous. So I guess we'll do it together. Oh, there, we got some more over there. You know what, let's just move the Folgers can off to the side. Move the watering jug off to the side. Oh, those hard water and calcium deposits are vicious. That aloe is going to fall over because it's not actually planted in the garden. Oh, tomato snap. Alright, well, that cleans up a lot of space. And this poor aloe, gave this aloe to a friend who got worried and put it outside, and it was out there for a couple of very cold nights. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to rescue it. It looked a lot worse than this actually when I brought it back, so there might be hope for it, but that's tragic. Anyway, we'll move this off to the side. I don't know if you can see this. Oh, yeah, there you go. That is one of the honeyberry seedlings still popping up randomly in the aquaponics. Oh, this drives me nuts. But it's not like I'm going to fill the garden with, like, distilled water or something, so... Okay, this has got an awful lot of root mass that's just being left in there, but... Look at this. Yes, aquaponics can grow tomato plants. If I had better light down here, I'd even have tomato fruit. That is compost, I guess. So, back to the aquaponics then. Oh, who remembers this? I watered this again last time I was down here. I have been doing my best to keep this thing flooded, and it's still not exactly rotting. So that's kind of interesting. Got a couple of little... I could probably bring that back to life. aloe in the aquaponics sure seems to be doing just fine. Again, the light, it's not really... Ooh, we got a little bit of rot on that one. Off to the downstairs compost. It's not really a very bright light, so I'm sure the aloe would appreciate more than they're getting. But all things considered, it's not bad. And like I say, a little bit of rot on that one too. That does happen at the end of the soil plants too, though. The older ones just kind of pass away. This is that green curry that Shock's found for me, but I don't know. Dirty Aquaponics didn't work out for that, so I guess we're going back to the green spot in the spring. We'll get a new one and do it properly. But I clearly need to clean the tomato roots out of this. So I've got some good aquaponic projects coming this winter. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. It's just the surface layer, right? It's the stuff where it sits in the air and it can crystallize. Very annoying, though. But, excuse me, the joy of the aquaponic garden, the power behind it all, my little school of fish. These little feeder fish have done surprisingly well. I was hoping to get some more this year, but apparently there were issues with the feeder breeders, because everywhere that normally has them was telling us the same tragic situation about all the ones that they got were undersized and sickly, and it's just not a good situation. So if that continues, I don't know, I may have to alter this a little bit into an intentional breeding situation. But that's not hard. I just need to separate the boys from the girls, create seasonal conditions, and let nature take its course. So, yeah. Kind of wanted to do koi breeding in the long run anyway, so I guess this is good practice, but I don't know. Nice to see a couple of the markings are still left on this one here. The white skull on it. And that one over in the back there with its lovely pretty tail. Still got some white underbelly. Yeah, for feeders, you know, not bad, not bad. I still don't feel the need to like move on to tilapia or edible fish in here. Really. Especially now that I'm catching fish in the lake. I have even less of a need to put edible fish in here. So yes. Looks like I might be looking into breeding goldfish. I guess that really kind of comes part and parcel with the whole aquaponics thing, though. I mean, got to get your fish from somewhere, and if I were using edible fish, I'd want to be breeding them too, because that's paying for your seed stock when you're raising livestock is ridiculously expensive compared to just breeding your seed stock. So, yeah, like, okay, feeder fish, perfect example. I pay $1 each for them, but I bet you they won't cost $1 each to try and raise them from fry, you know? But I guess we'll find out. So, yeah, I got to do some things down here for seasonal situations, create a spring, a summer, fall environment, I guess. I don't know. I'll look into it. That's what YouTube's for. On that note, thank you all for sticking around for this much of this particular video down in the Dungeon Gardens. And yeah, I'm going to be spending a lot of time down here over the next few months because the snow will be coming far too soon. Alright, much love everybody. I will see you next time.